This conference will now be recorded.
There are multiple kind of events in JavaScript. So we will see one by one. And first of all, we have to discuss how to create event in JavaScript. There are two different kind of ways to provide events for elements. For each and every element, we can able to pass event. So how to populate event, all these things we will see. So the concept is JavaScript events. So there are multiple events. One is a click event, one is the DBL click. DBL click nothing but double click. One is a focus, one is a blur, mouse over, mouse out, key press, key up, on load, mouse move, context, cut copy paste, and there is one more event called change event. So there are multiple kind of events which are going to be available inside JavaScript for each and every element. So first of all, if you want to provide a click event, how to provide event, all these things we will see. One method called add event listener. Add event listener. This is the very important method we have to remember. Add event listener method. So inside the add event listener, there are two parameters, parameter 1, comma parameter 2. Two important parameters we need to pass. Parameter 1, parameter 2. So let's try what are the different kind of parameters we need to pass. The first parameter is event name. Event name, comma event handler. Event handler. Event name and event handler. Two things we need to provide. So let's try to work out event process. What is the process of the event? How to write event on top of the element. The first point we need to remember is access element. So without access element, I can't able to give event on top of element. First of all, we need to access element or access class or access ID. Access ID. Access class, access ID, access element. Any one of the things we need to do. After accessing element or ID or class, we need to add event listener. We need to add add event listener method. Need to add event listener method on top of element. Second step. First step is we need to access element, we need to access class, we need to access ID. Second step is 6 people are there: Lavanya, Nandana, Fatima, Razu, Swati. The first step is we need to access element. Second step is need to add event listener method. One is the event name, one is the event handler. The next step is implement event handler function. Implement event handler function. Event handler function. So this is very important thing we need to do. So these are the three different kind of steps which are going to be available to provide event through JavaScript. And one more procedure, event process from element by attribute. Event process from element by attribute. So through the attribute we can able to pass the event on top of the elements. So that is also possible. To do that, for each and every element there are multiple kind of attributes available. What are the different kind of attributes? On load, on click, on DBL click, on mouse over, on mouse out, on focus, on blur. So something like this. So we need to give on. On is important here. On load, on click, on DBL click, on mouse over, on mouse out, on focus, on blur. Every time we need to add on for each and every event. So these are multiple kind of attributes which are going to be available. And this is event process from element by attribute. So how to do this? So any element you take, then you have to write a something like a on click, something like this. On click is equal to, we need to pass the function. We need to pass the function, and element is getting closed. Element is getting closed. Any kind of element you take h1, you take div, you take paragraph, you take a hyperlink, you take anything, any element you take. For all these elements, we need to pass event by the attributes. These are multiple kind of attributes called on load, on click, on DBL click, on mouse over, on mouse out, on focus, on blur, on key press, on key up, on key down, on change. So by this attribute is going to be having some value. Attribute is going to be having some value. That value should be a function. That value should be a function. So function can be written in JavaScript. So write a script on. Inside the script, I want to write a handler function. Whatever the function you want to declare, you can define the function. Function name, whatever the function you want to define, just give the function, and you can able to write a function body inside. So this is the second process of actually adding events. First process is from JavaScript you can able to add events. Second process, you can able to add event from the HTML. Two different kind of this. So the first process we will see, and next process also we will see for click event. Let me go with the onload event first. Onload is going to be working with only from HTML, not from JavaScript. Onload will not work from JavaScript. Onload will not work from JavaScript. So please remember it. And let me take a program. Yesterday programs I sent up. No. 7 by lower than yesterday programs I sent. GitHub. No. Video uploaded. Okay. So let me go with the click event now. Click event from JavaScript .html. So carefully observe. I want to add a click event. No, it's going to be .html. Don't forget to take .html. So h1. So let me write something like click me. So I want to click on h1. So I'm trying to writing some script now. This is HTML. This is JavaScript. This is the section of HTML. This is the section of JavaScript. Now, what I want to do, I need to write a style sheet. This is the section of style sheet. This is called internal style. And this is the section of JavaScript. This is called internal JavaScript. And this is called internal CSS. And this is content of HTML. This is the content of HTML. So we have three things now. HTML section is there, CSS section is there, JavaScript section is there. In CSS, I want to access the H1, some background color I am applying for this H1. Background color, text align, center. So let's see the H1. Where is H1? What is the output of the H1? What is the output of the H1? We have the H1. So H1 is going to be saying that click me on this H1. So how to do click event on this H1? First of all, We need to access h1. First step is access element. First step is what? Access element. How to access element? Document dot get elements by tag name. Name of the tag is h1 of 0, h1 of 0. Then dot a method called add event listener. Method called add event listener. Add event listener is going to be having two parameters. The first parameter is event name. What is the event name? Click. Second parameter, I need to take event handler. That event handler should be a custom name. That event handler name is some custom name. Whatever the name you want, you can write. So something like a click me. Click me please. Event handler name is click me please. That is the event handler name. And this is the event name. Event name is different. Event name is compulsory. We need to write click. There is no capital letter for the C. There is no capital for the C. And this is case sensitive. This is JavaScript keyword. Click is JavaScript keyword. Remember it. So you did not give your custom name for this. This is the custom name. This is the custom name. And this is the predefined. Please remember it. First one is predefined. Second one is the custom name. Okay. So let it be. You have to remember the point. First parameter is predefined keyword, event name. Second parameter is custom name. Custom name, that is called event handler. So we should implement the event handler. So how to implement event handler? So second point, implement event handler. Implement event handler. How to implement event handler? So this is the event name, handler name, but you can implement event handler by the function. Function, click me please. This is the function. Function is nothing but open curly braces, closing curly braces. Open curly braces and closing curly braces. So what do you want to do when you click on the button? When you click on the H1, I want to see something like H1 clicked. H1. I want to show some alert box. I want to show some alert box when we do click on H1. I need to show alert box when we need to click on H1. So let me click. Right click on this. Already program is running. Just go to the program, refresh the page, click on click me. Click on click me. Just a simple click. When I do the simple click, automatically I got the alert box. So that alert is clearly saying that H1 clicked alert box. That's it. But what I need to do without alert box, I want to change the inner text of the H1. I want to change the inner text of H1. What I want to do for that? Take this dot inner HTML is equal to H1 clicked already. H1 clicked already. I want to show this message. I want to show this message when I click on the H1. Can I click on H1? So when I click on H1, H1 text got updated. H1 text got updated. So what is the output now? H1 clicked already. Okay, so then one more point we have to remember. One more point we are going to remember, and we are going to be learning. Change CSS from JavaScript. Change CSS from JavaScript. One more point we are going to be learning today. So yesterday we discussed about change HTML element, change element text from JavaScript. Change element text from JavaScript. How to change element text from JavaScript? A method called dot inner HTML. So whatever the HTML content, whatever the text you want, you can write the text inside. And how to change the CSS? Changing CSS is very simple. Dot style dot property name. Dot style dot property name. Property name is equal to value. For example, dot style dot color is equal to Right. Dot style dot font style. Dot style dot font style. Font style is equal to italic. Dot style dot text align is equal to center. So something like this. So to do this, what we need to do, first of all, first point is access element. Second point is add a method CSS method, add a method style method. So first step is very important. First step is accessing element. How to access element? We are going to be accessing element by like this. How to access element, guys? Document dot get elements by tag name h1 of 0. Second step is what? After accessing element, we need to add dot style. Third step, add properties. Add properties. How to add properties? Dot style dot color is equal to something like red. See, step by step understand. First step is we need to access element. First step is what? We need to access element. Second step is what? We need to add a style method. Third step is what? We need to add a property and value. So there are multiple things to change the style. So what I want to do now, when I click on H1, I want to change the background color of the H1. I want to change the background color of the H1. How to change background color of the H1? By changing the text, I want to change the background color of the H1. How to change background color for H1? Dot style dot background color. Background color is equal to something like a light blue. Light blue color I'm giving. Okay, now you see the program. Refresh it. When I do click on H1, I got changed. Inner HTML. At the same time, I got changed CSS. CSS dynamically applying. Dynamically passing. Is it clear? There are two different kind of things we are going to be learning. The first one is inner HTML we are applying. Second one is changing style with the background color light blue color. Two things we are doing by the click. So one point you have to remember. So properties in JavaScript. For CSS. So try to understand. This is very important note point. Properties in JavaScript for CSS. For example, color is color. Color in CSS, color in JS. There is no change. Color in CSS, color in JS. There is no change. Next point. Background color. In CSS, background hyphen color. But in JavaScript, what is going to be happen? Hyphen got converted into the capital letter. Whenever you have the hyphen, there the next letter is going to be converting into the capital letter. So background color is going to be available. Same background color. But here C is going to be replacing with the capital letter. So remember this point. Property name is same. But in CSS, somewhere you got find hyphens. Those particular hyphens got converting into capital letter, next letter of the hyphen. That is called camel case, converting into the camel case. Hyphens are moving to the capital letters. Hyphens next letter is going to be moving to the capital letter. So next, tell me, text align. Text align. This is in CSS, but in JavaScript that is going to be converting into text align. Just converting into the capital letter. Next, font style, font hyphen style. This is in CSS. That is converting into font style as capital letter, font style in JS. So one point you have to remember, this point is very, very important whenever you want to give the styles. So I'm giving some style here. What is the style I'm giving? Background color. Basically, background color in CSS is background hyphen color. Background hyphen color. But that background hyphen color got converted into the background color C capital letter. Why? Because of this is JavaScript. Why? Because of this is JavaScript. Try to remember this point. This point is very, very important whenever you are applying dynamically CSS. Got my point? Anybody having questions? Anybody having questions? No? No questions. Okay. So can I go with the click event from HTML? Click event from HTML. So click event CLICK. Click event from HTML. Let me go with HTML. .html is compulsory. Okay. Now tell me, H1 is there, and this is going to be having click me. Now I'm having some script, and before that style sheet. Style sheet H1, same background color, something like a light blue. Text line center, color is red color. Now coming to the script. So come to the H1 on load, on click. Instead of writing dot add event listener method, instead of writing the first two steps, so these two steps, instead of writing these two steps, this step is required or not? This step is now required or not? Not required. No need to access element. No need to access element. No need to go with the dot add event listener method. No need to access element or access class or access ID. Instead of writing dot add event listener, instead of taking the click method, so directly what we are doing, so there is a method called click me please. What is the method name here? Click me please. Just copy the click me please, pass into the on click. Pass into the on click. So directly we are injecting the event handler to the HTML content. In previous program, first of all we are accessing the HTML element and we are applying the add event listener method, then we are giving the event handler. But in this program, no need of accessing element, no need of additioning or adding with add event listener. Whatever the event handler we are declaring, that event handler directly we are implementing to the, or we are injecting to the HTML element through the attribute. What is the attribute called? On click. On click, which is a simple one. So whatever you want, you can utilize. JavaScript and this HTML, that is JavaScript. In JavaScript, one more point is extra. That point is this one. So I'm writing the concept also here. So instead of writing the complete line, whatever I commented it, instead of writing the complete line, we are just writing the event handler directly and attaching this event handler to the element directly on click. This is done. This is done. This is clear, huh? This is simple. This is simple. So you can follow the simple way. But learn both. Learn both. Just learn this one first. Learn this one also. Interview question. Maybe some people will ask this type of thing, and interviewer can able to ask this type of thing also. What is the importance of add event listener method? How to provide click event on element? The question is very simple question. How to provide click event on element, on division, on tag. Then you have to explain like, first of all, I need to access the element by the name, by the class, by the ID. Then I need to apply the add event listener method on top of that. Then I need to write two parameters. First parameter is event name. Second parameter is handler name. And I need to implement the handler. That's it. Answer is 4 lines. Question is 1 line. Answer is 4 lines. Some people will ask, write down a program, provide a click event, change the text. Provide a click event, give the alert box. Simple interview questions, technical questions. Some people will ask questions, some people will ask the implementation in the laptop. So you have to crack it. Okay, so this is a way of on click or click event. There is a one more event called onload event. There is a one more event called onload event. So onload event, onload event.html. How work with onload event? Onload will work on only body. Remember it. So there is some specialization for the onload event. Where is the onload event? Onload. This will work only on body. Will work only on body. This will work only on body. On click. This will work only on body. And DBL click for any element. Focus only for inputs. Only for inputs. Only for inputs. At the same time, this will be evoke for text, password, and then one more is focus. Focus for email, focus for number, focus for tel. Only few elements, few inputs only. Focus is going to be applied. At the same time, blur is also applying for only few elements. Mouse over apply for every element. Mouse out apply for every element. Key press, key event from keyboard. Keyboard events. These are actually keyboard events. And this is one more key event. Key up is also key event. Onload is only body event. Mouse over for every element. Mouse out context. Context is basically right click. Context is basically right click event. Cut copy paste. Cut copy paste. Key and mouse. Key and mouse. Mouse event and key event. Change event. Commonly working for the change event. Commonly working for the radio buttons. Check boxes. Drop downs. Select option. So for this, change event is going to be available. So remember where this event is going to be attaching, where click event is going to be attaching, where focus event is going to be attaching, where key press event is going to be attaching on top of HTML elements. So that is the reason I am telling to you, before JavaScript, before CSS, HTML knowledge is compulsory. Without having HTML knowledge, you can't able to understand what is this CSS and what is this JavaScript at all. If you don't understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can't able to understand further programming like React, jQuery, Bootstrap also. Front end completely one cycle. Front end completely one cycle. That cycle, if you want to learn, you need to start with the HTML first. If you know HTML properly, then you go to for the CSS. If you know CSS also properly, then come to the JavaScript. If this is also perfect, then you go for the additional libraries like jQuery and Bootstrap. If you know all these things, basic level things, then you can go for the modern level things like React or Angular or Vue.js. Remember my point. Okay, so your practice should be like this, or your learning should be like this. Till anybody is not going to be very good in HTML, please complete HTML from today onwards. Till not people are ready with the CSS, done with HTML and CSS. Till people are not ready with the JavaScript basic level, whatever we are discussing so far from the last 3-4 classes, please do that. Every class is going to be having some chaining. Every class is going to be having some linking process. Yesterday class having some link. Maybe today class, tomorrow class also having some link. My sessions are going to be the linking process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like this. The end of the day, you have to develop some application using with the JavaScript. Is it clear? Okay, so that's it. So can I go with the onload event now? Onload will work on only body. So onload, I want to write some directly JavaScript here. Alert body loaded. Body loaded. So I'm not writing the function. I'm directly writing something. Some alert box. Some JavaScript I'm writing here. Some JavaScript I'm writing here. Onload alert box. Body loaded. Remember one point here. Remember one point. For onload attribute, we are giving double quotes. For onload attribute, we are giving double quotes. Entry point as a double quote, exit point also double quotes. Double quote open, double quote close. Outside and inside double quotes. But inside content alert, again we need to provide the single quote or double quote. You are already providing double quotes outside, then don't provide double quotes inside. Then inside we need to give single quotes. For example, for onload you are giving single quotes. For onload you are giving single quotes. Then for alert box you need to give double quotes. Don't make it conflict. Don't make it confused to the JavaScript. If you are making confused, automatically that is making you confused. For example, if I am writing something like single quotes here, if I am writing single quotes here, this is going to be error. Very, very clear. Red mark is clear. Why red mark is coming? Your program will not render. Open, run, inspect. Completely you can able to see the error. So that is not error, basically it is not going to be loading the content. The complete program is missing something. So that is our reason. Don't forget this concept. You're providing double quotes outside means you need to provide single quote inside. Okay, done. Alert will show body loaded. Body loaded. Onload event is actually body loaded. Can I go for H1 now? Can I go for H1? Okay, so H1 I'm taking button. Can I take button? Click me. So button on click. Can I provide on click now? On click alert. On click alert. I'm not writing event handlers. I'm not writing JavaScript. I'm writing simple JavaScript inside the method only, inside the double quotes only. Alert button clicked. Button. So single click. Body loaded fine. Single click. Button clicked. Working or not? Clicking. Button clicking or not? So then take one more button. Mouse over on me. Mouse over on me. Mouse over and mouse out. Mouse over and mouse out. So two things we will do in the same button. On mouse over. On mouse over. What do you want to do? On mouse out. What do you want to do? On mouse over, what I am doing is just write a content on mouse over. Document dot get elements by tag name. Name of the tag is button of one. Button of one or not? Button of 0, button of 1. Button of 1. Dot style dot background color is equal to red. I just want to do this on mouse over. On mouse out, I will do something. On mouse out, I will do something. What I will do for on mouse out? Just remove the color. Just remove the color. So what we are doing, very simple. So this is the button, right? This is the button, right? and we have two attributes. One is on mouse over, one more attribute is on mouse out. When we are doing mouse over, background color need to be changed for that particular button with the red color. When we do mouse out, background color should be removed. Whatever the red color we are adding, that red color need to be removed. Let it be. So can I render this? Body loaded. One event is working from the body. One event is working from the body. That's it. Fine. Now click on this. Click event is also applying on the first button. That is fine. Next, mouse over. When we do mouse over on the second button, color got updated. When we do mouse out, color got removed. Mouse over, mouse out. Is it clear? Okay, let me do one more thing. I want to change the color of the text. Color of the text should be white. Can I remove this? Color of the element also I'm removing. Just doing the same simple thing, guys. Body loaded. Click on me. Mouse over. Text color got also updated. Background color updated. Text color got updated. Background color is red color. Text color is white color. When we do mouse over. Now, when we do mouse out, when we do mouse out, background color removed, text color removed. Previous colors will be there. By default, whatever the color of the background, whatever the color of this particular text, those should be available. This is very clear. I'm not writing JavaScript. I'm not writing JavaScript. I'm writing JavaScript. Where I'm writing JavaScript? This is inline JavaScript. I'm writing JavaScript basically. That script is available inside attribute. The script is available inside attribute. This is called inline JavaScript. This is not internal JavaScript. Inline JavaScript. You are going to be provided. So click event is done. On load is done. Mouse over is done. Mouse out is done. Can I go for focus? Can I go for focus? How to write focus? Can I go for focus? Input, type text, placeholder is equal to enter your name. Enter your name. Next, I want to write event for this. Focus, on focus, huh? On focus, on focus. On focus is equal to. On focus is equal to. What I want to do for on focus? In on focus, I want to do something. On focus, I want to do something. What I want to do on focus? First of all, access the element. Document dot get elements by tag name. Name of the tag is input. Input of 0. Input of 0 dot background color. I want to change to something like light gray color or gray color. That's it. This is on focus. Can we do for on blur? On blur. What is on blur? So let me write something. Where is the focus? Focus. So focus means what? When we click inside text box. Yes or no? When we click inside text box, that is focused. When we click outside of the text box, that is blur. When we click outside of the text box, outside of the text box, that is basically blur. One is the focus, one is the blur. Focus is nothing but clicking inside text box. Blur is nothing but clicking outside of the text box. So nodes getting updating by the program. When we are doing the programming, some nodes is getting updated. I'm not writing the plain nodes there. So by writing the program, I'm giving the nodes. So just follow the video and do the practice. So video will be uploaded. Just follow the video and do the practice. All the events today. So the next one is onload and focus and blur. Let me execute this focus and blur. There is an input box. There is an input box. Focus is not working. So what is the issue? Dot style dot style dot background colors. మేల్కొని ఉన్నావా? మేల్కొని ఉన్నాడు. Okay. Body loaded. Single click. Mouse over, mouse out. And focus. Blur. Focus, blur. Blur is not working. So what is the problem of the blur? Gray color is there. Click is working. Mouse over, mouse out is working. Focus is working. Blur also working. Focus. So this color is irritating color. Light gray. Can I go with light gray? Click is working fine. Mouse over, mouse out is working fine. Click is focus and blur. Focus and events are very simple. Events are very simple. You try to do practice with a lot of events. So let's do one more event, that is something like key up, key press. Key events we will do. Okay, so take a 10 minutes break, again we will continue. Okay, online people, take a 10 minutes break, again we will continue.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so far we discussed a lot of events. Click event, DBL click. DBL click, nothing but double click. Focus. Focus only for inputs. Text box, password, email, number, tell. When we click inside the text box, focus is going to be work. When we click outside of the text box, blur event will fire. Mouse over event, mouse out event, common events, key press event, key up event, key down event. All these events are for key events, keyboard events. Onload event only for body. Mouse over is common event. Context event for right click. Cut copy paste both keyboard and mouse. Change event for radio button, checkbox and select option. So there are two kind of procedures to provide events: event from JavaScript, event from HTML. Event from JavaScript, event from HTML. So how we are going to be provide event from JavaScript? So we are going to be having section of HTML, we are going to be having section of CSS, we are going to be having section of JavaScript. So in the part of CSS, we are accessing element as a selector and we are trying to writing multiple attributes for this. In the part of the script, there are 3 steps. The first step is accessing element. Document.get elements by tag name h1 of 0. On top of the element, we are going to be adding add event listener method, which is going to be having 2 parameters. The first parameter is predefined name. Second parameter is custom name. All these things. This is event from HTML. Event from HTML, we are going to be having attribute called onClick. For this onClick, we are going to be adding a listener name, listener event handler. So we done with onload event, we done with onClick event, we done with the mouse over, we done with mouse out, and we done with the focus, and we done with the blur event. Okay, so let's take one simple program on keyboard events. Taking new program, saving as keyboard events .html. Now I will take 2 elements. One element is input, type text. placeholder, enter your name. After that, I'm going to be taking H1 tag. Enter name in text box. Enter name in text box. And finally, I'm writing some script. Script is going to be access element first. How to access element, guys? Document dot get elements by tag name. Name of the tag is input. Input of 0. Dot input. Very good. So input of 0 dot add event listener. Now the listener name is key down. The listener name is key up event. When we make key up, I want to take a listener. That listener name is something like a function 1. Now try to implement event handler. Event handler. So function event handler is fun1, which is going to be having some function body. Function body. So what we want to do for the function body? So let's try with alert box. This event is firing or not. Try with alert box. This event is firing or not. Key press. I'm just pressing the key. Just see mine. When I press the key, when I up the key, pressing the key, up the key. 2 events are firing, but 1 event I'm firing. What is the event I'm firing with? Key up event. Pressing and leaving. Pressing, leaving. Pressing means key press. Leaving means key up. Try to understand. This keyboard having lot of keys. This keyboard have a lot of keys. For each and every key, when we do press, key press event will fire. When we make release, key up event is going to be fired. For this key up, we are going to be having the event handler function 1. For function 1, alert box is coming. But my requirement is I want to capture the value from the text box, need to put into the H1. So first of all, document dot get elements by tag name dot tag name of H1 of 0, accessing H1 dot inner HTML is equal to document dot get elements by tag name input of 0 dot value. Try to understand. What is the left value, what is the right value, what is the left value, what is the right value. Left value is document dot get elements by tag name h1 of 0 dot inner HTML. That is nothing but h1 inner text. H1 inner text is equal to right value. What is the right value? Document dot get elements by tag name of input of 0 dot value. Whatever the value you got entered dynamically in the web page, that value we need to pick up and we need to assign into the H1. That is the output actually. So try to understand this, guys. So I'm trying to entering something. Is it working or not? Yes. So this is what actually the key press event, key up event. Key press also same, key down also same. You try to work with the alert boxes, key press event and key down events also. So this is the concept of events, and there are some other events also working. That is the cut, copy, paste events. One is the cut event, one is the copy event, one is the paste event, and one more event is context event. Okay, so let me write with the context event now. Context dot HTML. So I will write one program for the context, and you try with cut, copy, paste also. Context event I will go. Okay, let me take one paragraph, and I will take some lot of text for the paragraph. I will take a lot of text for the paragraph. Copy the content, paste. My paragraph is ready. On top of the paragraph, I don't want to allow. On top of the paragraph, I don't want to allow. Right click event. Document dot get elements by tag name. Tag name is P of 0 dot add event listener. Listener is what? Context. Don't give spelling mistake. Comma and function. What is the function? Function 1. That's it. Now implement the event handler. Function fun1. Remember one thing. Something like alert box. Alert, okay. Alert, okay. Okay, so when we do right click on this, right click is working. What is the problem? Document dot get elements by tag name. Tag is P of 0, add event listener, context, function 1. I want to do one thing without alert. Event dot prevent default. Event dot prevent default. Okay. So check it out. What is happening with this? Can you see, observe? Something is missing. Document dot get elements by tag name P of 0, add event listener, context or context menu. Yes. That is not context, sorry. Context menu. Event name is what? Context menu. So nodes I will update. That is basically context menu, not context. Context menu. I don't want to show the menu when we do the right click. So then what we need to do? Event dot prevent default. Okay, let me work with one more event. What is the one more event like? Copy event. One more event like copy event. So for copy event, I will change the function 2. What is the function 2 now? Function 2. Event dot prevent default. Now check it out. So basically for the banking websites, some websites are basically confidential. That kind of websites, copy paste is not allowed. Sometimes I'm copying the content now. So right click is not allowed. So I can't able to copy. So that is the reason I'm just stopping this first event. Okay, now right click is allowed. Now right click will allow. Now try to right click on this, copy the content, right click on this. Can I do copy now? Can I do paste somewhere? What is happening? Copy. When I do copy, text need to be copy, right? But copy not allowed. Text is not copying. So when we do event dot prevent default, and one more point I need to show, alert copy not allowed. Copy not allowed. Control C or Command C. When I'm trying to do Control C is not working. Keyboard event is working, mouse event is working. Both are working. When I try to copy this content, what is happening? Copy not allowed. Copy not allowed. At the same time, paste also not allowed. Just try to work with the event name change. Instead of copy, you have to go with the paste. Instead of copy, you have to go with the cut. Is it clear, everyone?